Guys, welcome back to a Friday vlog. I'm so excited for this one. You are currently resting on an armchair, which is why there's like wooden borders to the frame right now. But I just felt like sitting on the ground and just hanging out with you. I know a bunch of you have reached out to me in the past saying that you love the company of my videos, especially when you're like eating alone, and your girl completely understands that. So we are gonna eat dinner together today. I love doing this because I know the joy I get from vlogging and the company and the sense of like friendship I get from being able to hang out with you guys all the time. And I just feel like eating together is just such a good way to spend time together. So that's what we're gonna do. I ordered some Indonesian food. I'm so excited. This is an ice cold sweet tea and I cannot wait. Paige is calling. Hey,
hang on.
I'm just about to film a vlog. I'm just vlogging. Can I call you back in like an hour?
Sure.
Is that okay?
You fucking bitch.
Do you want to say hi to the vlog? Hang on.
Hi, vlog. Yes, we're still friends.
Of course.
Yes, I'm pregnant. Yes, it was a secret hidden from everyone.
It wasn't a big secret. It was just we had to keep it locked down for a minute. But then, you know, I accidentally
What about it?
Yeah, well, we just forgot to tell you, vlog. That's the thing. Because I mentioned it in a vlog, right? And then I saw these comments being like, wait, Paige is pregnant? And then I panicked and I called Paige and I was like, did we not tell the vlog? Did we forget to tell? And I was so sure that we told the vlog. And then when I called you, you were like, nah, bro, we've not told the vlog. And I was like, you're due in like 2 months at the point that this happened. I was like, how have we not told them? So it was like, it wasn't a purposeful secret, but it ended up being a secret. That's my bad.
It wasn't even like I really kept it a secret. It was just one of those
it's just one of those things.
accidental moments.
Yeah, it just happens. You know, your best friend gets pregnant and you just forget for a second to tell the vlog about it. But anyway, we weren't hiding it from you, vlog. Paige is due in like less than 3 weeks, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
So exciting. I cannot wait.
So you'll have a vlog baby.
Yeah, a vlog baby. No, but we'll maybe show her cute little like hand or foot or something like that. And I'm sure you'll hear her
some cute little outfits.
Yeah, I think that'd be the vibe. I think that's a good vibe. But yeah, you'll meet Paige's baby at some point, vlog. Anyway, can I call you back so I can do this vlog?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll talk to you
I love you. I love you and I'll talk to you later.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
That was such good timing. Okay, food is here and I want to sit down and chat to you guys. I ordered so much because your girl loves variety / just loves food. I don't know even what I ordered this time. I don't know what the meal was. I think it was lalap and some, can't remember. Anyway, let me just get this all sorted, okay? I was going to eat this with my hands, but I think there's too many moving parts for that. So I'm so excited about this. This is fried water spinach. And, oh, it smells so good. It comes with a little lime too. This is fried cabbage. Cabbage is like my favorite vegetable, or one of my many favorite vegetables. And then in here we've got chicken and noodles, egg, and some salady stuff. And there's my little chili sambal, which I can't wait for. Okay, I have all my food prepped and ready to go. Pause this video and like go get your dinner or go get your snack or a drink or something fun so that we can both sit and just like eat together. I haven't even told you what today's video is about. We're doing like a life update video. I'm sure you would have seen the title. We're doing a life update because I feel like, I don't know if I've ever done one of these. Oh my God, okay. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I nailed it. I nailed it. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're doing a life update video today, vlog today, because I just feel like there's so much stuff I need to talk to you guys about, and just like there's just so much going on in my life right now, and I just need to like spill it all for you. I don't know what this is, but I just ate it and it's pretty good. It's like a cracker kind of thing. So I hope you have food or a drink or something to like snack on while we catch up. So yeah, let's chat. Cheers. First thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is solo travel and how it's going. And it's coming to a close. I can't believe it. I was talking to Erin, who is the girl who traveled with me in Africa. I was talking to her today. We were sending voice notes back and forth. She was like, yeah, how soon till you get home? And I was like, oh, it's like 2 weeks. It's like less than 2 weeks. And I was like, what? It's less than 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks before I'm home. Less than, literally. Oh my God, stop. That cabbage is unreal. Oh my God, that's so good. Okay, holy crap. That is insane. What do they do to it? Oh my god. Absolutely unreal. Just using my fingers literally for this chicken because it's like falling off the bone. Divine. So yeah, I head home in less than 2 weeks, and where I'm going is still not even confirmed right now. I don't even have a flight out of here booked yet. I know what date I think I'm coming home, but I don't even know where I'm coming home to, because that's the thing. I'm working with an agent right now to find me a place in Sydney, but I don't think that's going to be ready by the time I'm ready to go home. So I don't think I'll be going home to Sydney. The plan was to head home to Melbourne, go see all my friends, my family, pick up Boston, all of that kind of stuff, say my final goodbyes in Melbourne, and then jump in the car and head to Sydney and move into my apartment, right? But some things I did want to recap about traveling is I've got a lot of questions previously, not so much recently, but previously, about whether I regret choosing travel over moving to Sydney straight away. And I'll be honest with you, at the start, I was really unsure if it was the right decision, but I just knew that if I moved to Sydney, I wouldn't get this kind of an opportunity again. This amount of time available and free, and just the push in my life that I needed to do it, you know, because I knew if I moved to Sydney, I would settle down, I'd get into a routine, and I just would never take the leap. And I'm really, really glad I did. This trip has been the greatest trip of my life. It has been life-changing, and I've traveled a bit before this. I think truly traveling solo for so much of this trip has been what's made it so great. Like, I've traveled somewhat solo previously, but it's been nothing close to this experience, and I'm just so glad I did it. It's really changed me as a person. It pushed me as a person a lot, and I grew a lot from it. I get a lot of questions asking me what was the best place I went, and it's really hard to pick, but I will say that Africa, I don't think anything can ever top it. This is raw cabbage. So good. When my mum was cooking dinner and I wanted a snack and she was cooking cabbage, she would give me just raw cabbage leaves. So good. I just think I had been to Bali before. I'd also been to Singapore before, and I'd also been to London before. And they were the main places that I went and visited. Yes, there were places in Bali that I went to that I'd never been before. Yes, there were places in Singapore and London as well that I'd never been to before. But I'd never been to a new continent before, let alone new countries that I saw in Africa. And I'd never experienced culture shock like that. It was incredible, and it was what I was craving on this trip. I needed a gross amount of out of my comfort zone. I needed to be pushed so much, and I got that from Africa. So when people ask me what my favorite one was, it's hard, but Africa wins every time. Also, with that being said though, some of the other highlights were the wellness retreat. That was incredible. The women that I met on that retreat have literally changed my life. They are some of the most incredibly smart, so intuitive women I've ever met in my life. And just the whole lifestyle and experience of that week with them was transformative. Also, my scuba diving week, that was insane. I'm still so proud of myself for doing something like that. I never would have thought I could do it. And you're looking at a certified open water scuba diver, not just 18 meters, but 30 meters. I think when I walk into new places now and they ask for a fun fact, that's going to be my fun fact, that I'm a certified open water scuba diver. I just think it's the coolest thing in the world. Okay, I'm trying the water spinach now. Oh, that's so spicy. In the best way. That's unreal. Whoa, there's a lot of spice in that though. Oh, and someone's hair. That's fine. Adds to the flavor. So if you're like me, or even if you're not like me, if you don't have what happened to me, or if you don't have a big life transformation or something like that, go on the solo trip. Go and do it. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the time off work. It was the greatest thing I've ever done. Truly incredible experience, and I'll never forget it, and I will cherish it for the rest of my life. I always valued travel really highly as a person and as an experience for people, but I value it even more after this. This food is unreal, absolutely unreal. But now that I'm coming to the end of my trip, essentially, I really am in preparation mode for coming home now. I can reflect on it and say I have had the best time ever, and if I wanted to, I could keep going easily, but I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home, back to my routine, back to my responsibilities, back to building this new life of mine that I'm going to have in Sydney. I miss my friends a lot. I miss Boston so much. And there are a few comforts from home that I'm missing. Things like having my own space, not living out of a suitcase, having my own kitchen to cook in, that kind of stuff. They're just the small kind of luxuries that you get from being home that I'm starting to miss. But all that says to me is that it's time to go home and start this new adventure. So let's talk about that new adventure in Sydney. If this is your first vlog, you have so much to catch up on. I'm moving to Sydney. I used to live in Melbourne, and when I left for this solo trip, I sold my house, packed up everything, sold most of it, it, packed up the rest of it, put it in my friend's garage for storage, and then went traveling. And when I come home, which is in a few weeks, I'm going to be relocating to Sydney. So I'm moving from Melbourne to Sydney, and I'm just losing my mind with excitement about this move. I cannot wait. I got a lot of people asking me, am I still doing the move? Do I still want to move? And the answer is a million times yes. I cannot wait to get to Sydney and start my new life there, find new gyms, meet new friends. There's just so much to explore in Sydney, and I cannot wait to do it. Yes, obviously, I'm gonna miss my friends and my family a lot though. But as you can see, I've been traveling for 5 months now, and me and Paige still act like we're best friends and like we haven't been spending so long apart. We talk all the time, constantly. We FaceTime all the time. If we're not on FaceTime, we're texting each other. It's almost as if I'm still at home. And I just have no doubt that when I move to Sydney, that's going to stay the same. We've even made, I even have a list on my phone of best friend dates that we plan on doing. So we're saving up a bunch of TV shows that we want to watch together, but we want to watch it while we're on FaceTime, right? So she's watching the same episode as me. I'm in Sydney, she's in Melbourne, but we're like messaging and on FaceTime watching it together. We also have a whole bunch of like FaceTime dates planned as well. So activities that we want to do with each other and the new baby while we're on FaceTime. And so I feel like both of us are putting in a lot of effort and energy into maintaining our friendship, even though there's going to be distance between us. And that makes me feel so much better about the move. So the other plans for Sydney, like I said, I have an agent who I'm currently working with who's being amazing at finding me a place. I don't have a lot of specifics, but I also do have some that make finding me a place a little bit difficult. One of those things is Boston, obviously. As a landlord, most people don't like pets because they can make a lot of mess, cause damage, and all of that kind of stuff. So finding a property that's going to be okay with Boston is going to be a big hurdle. And also where I want to live in Sydney, which is the eastern suburbs of Sydney, it's not like there's a lot of land there. So we're going to be going from a 3-bedroom, 2 lounge room, 2 bathroom house into a 1-bedroom apartment. And that is going to be quite a change. But if you've been around since I left my old home and sold it, you'll know that I was really struggling towards the end there. It was really hard for me to stay in that home because of what it was, but also to maintain that home. I was really overwhelmed with the emptiness of it, the loneliness of it, the size of it, cleaning it, maintaining it was really difficult for me to do everything else in the day, take care of Boston, enjoy myself, and all of that. And so the thought of just me and Bo in a little 1-bed apartment actually makes me really, really excited. We can make this small little space just our own, make it work for us. I'm going to be able to look after it so much better than I could the house by myself because it was just too much. A lot of people ask if Boston's going to be okay with moving to an apartment, and the answer is I don't know, but I think yes. We spoke to his trainer and the vet when we made these plans, and I raised that concern with them, and both of them said, look, there's some things that you can put in place to make it easier for him, but knowing Boston, he's going to be fine. He is still young and he's still in his teenage phase, but he's just a beautiful boy and he wants to be wherever I am. So even if we're in a 1-bedroom apartment or a 10-bedroom mansion, he's going to be right next to me. We go out every day, often twice a day, for walks and plays and all of that kind of stuff, and I just love spending my time with him. So no matter where it is, he's going to be happy if he's with me, and I'm going to be happier in a smaller place. So when we get into Sydney, what is in store for Sydney? Well, a lot, honestly. I feel like I'm already overwhelmed with the amount of plans. Since I announced that I was moving to Sydney, so many of you amazing angels have reached out to me saying that you're also living in Sydney or the surround and would love to meet up and hang out, be friends, and go do fun stuff. So I cannot wait for meetups, activities, outings, dates, dinners, everything with you guys. I cannot wait for it. I feel like even though I'm moving to a city with literally only one person I know there, I feel like I'm moving to a city with like a potential of like 30 different friends, right? Because even though I haven't met you, so many of you have reached out and just been so kind and lovely. And when I went up to Sydney to visit it earlier in the year, I actually met up with 2 of you who I absolutely adore and I cannot wait to see again. So I just feel like I have lots of friends who know me, and I can't wait to get to know them, who want to hang out and do things and come on walks with me in Boston and go to events and music and bars and dinners, just everything that we love to do in a new city. I feel like I have a million friends to do it with. But I think my first point of call when I get to Sydney is kind of the boring stuff, which is establishing a routine. I really need to get used to the area that I moved to. So finding local shops, finding Boston Vet, finding parks and walking tracks for me in Boston to go to, going to cafes, restaurants, that kind of stuff. Just really settling in and finding where my everyday, day-to-day kind of routine is going to be. And then my next thing is furnishing, because I have nothing. I will be going to the Sydney place. Hopefully, I actually need to pick up an air mattress because I don't have a bed. I don't have a bed, a couch, a TV. I don't have a dining room table, a fridge, a washing machine. I have nothing, right? So it is going to be furnishing this little apartment and I'm so excited to do it. The millennial in me who cannot wait for anything wants to just go to Harvey Norman and buy everything straight away and have it all ready to go. But I really want to like take my time with this process. I feel like it could be a really fun thing to just slowly build up my little Sydney life and Sydney apartment, find different like furniture pieces and stuff that I really like that take time to find. And so even though it might be uncomfortable, being uncomfortable is not always a bad thing. I feel like the apartment's going to be pretty empty for the first couple months while we get myself on my feet and get sorted. But as long as we have, I think the most important things are a fridge and a bed and setting up Boston. As long as Boston has everything he needs, then I can stay on an air mattress for a couple weeks. We can eat out of a esky for a couple weeks if that's what it takes. But I think they're going to be kind of like my main priorities when I get there. Then I'll do all the fun stuff like going out, meeting people, events, planning, all of that kind of stuff. But what I will say is I have been spending quite a while now, a few months now, on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all this kind of stuff, looking at a million different things to do in Sydney. I've already found 2 book clubs I would like to join, 2 social clubs I would like to join, a walking group that I would like to join, a few gyms that I've shortlisted depending on where I move to that I think I might want to join, and just like a whole bunch of different events and restaurants that I really want to go to. Because I just think like getting to Sydney and throwing myself into it completely is the best way to do it. I really don't want to get to Sydney and get afraid and lonely and kind of like secluded and just like lock myself in my apartment, because I feel like that's not going to be healthy. So I really just want to get there and like throw myself completely into it. So if you are a Sydney sider or if you have been to Sydney or anything like that and you know some fun things that you think I should do, let me know because I'll put them on the list. And then that brings us to Christmas time this year, which, oh my God, I'm such a Christmas girly. I love it so much. It's definitely changed over the last year for me. So last year, my marriage broke down a couple months before Christmas, and I ended up changing all of my Christmas plans, and I went and spent the time with my dad, who lives in far north Queensland, and my 2 brothers and their family. And it was the greatest thing I ever did. It was such a like heartwarming, like soul healing time to just spend around my family, who didn't judge me, didn't blame me for anything that was going on. They just took care of me. They could see that I was hurting a lot, and it was just really wholesome, good family time. And I cherish that so much that we're doing it again this year. When I asked my brothers what they wanted to do for Christmas, I floated the idea of going back up to Dad's, and both of them just said yes immediately. We all had such a good time together and really bonded and just spent like good quality family time together. And I needed it at that point in my life, but now I know that I want that regularly. And so that's what we're doing for Christmas again this year. So if you haven't seen those vlogs, they were pretty good. I was finding life pretty hard at that time because things were really fresh. But I look back on those vlogs and I smile because I know how loved I was and I know how much love I have for my family. And I'll never forget that Christmas. It was so intense with so many different emotions, but I won't forget it because of how my family stepped up for me. And I'm just so lucky and excited to do that again this year. And I'm in a very different place now, mentally, emotionally, everything. And I'm excited to like share that with them, you know? So I will be vlogging our Christmas again this year and I'm very excited about it. I know a lot of my vlogs can be quite aesthetic, very flashy, like fun and energetic, but these vlogs are like true, wholesome home movies. Like they're very raw and just normal. You just get to see my normal family just being together, and they're my favorite vlogs to make. So that is my plans for Christmas this year, and I'm incredibly excited about it. I'm hoping the timeline will be I go from here to Melbourne, spend a few weeks in Melbourne to Sydney, set myself up, Sydney to my dad's to go visit my dad and spend Christmas, and then back to Sydney to settle. So even though I'm going home, there's still a fair bit of like travel to go on there. Okay, next thing that I've been spending a lot of my time on, especially while I've been back in Bali, is GCS. If you don't know, I have this little online content creator clubhouse for content creators, influencers, anyone doing social media on the regular. And it's like this beautiful little online world where we all live and we spend lots of our time together. We have group chats that we're chatting in all the time. We have chats over on Instagram, over on TikTok. We have group chats in our app. We do masterclasses together, challenges, all sorts of stuff. And I put the entire business on pause while I was traveling because I knew that I wanted to rework it a lot and I needed that time away to focus on that. But it's relaunching in 2 weeks. It relaunches on December 1st and I'm so excited. We've been sort of like soft launching it or warm launching it back in November, and it's been incredible to see everyone again, see their faces, hear their voices, talk to them, catch up on everything, because it's been like over 8 months since I I last like had GCS running, and the fact that we can kind of like pick it back up, it's better than ever, and everyone's still so engaged and on board is just incredible. It just speaks to how amazing the creators are who are in GCS, and it's just been the best thing ever. It's put such a smile on my face. So that has been taking up a lot of my time since I've been here in Bali. I'm very happy about it. I really, really enjoy it. And speaking of GCS, when I get to Sydney, I'm very excited for my time in Sydney, but I feel like when I'm ready, which might be soon, I'll give myself time to settle in Sydney, but when I'm ready, I might be ready to change up my work situation. Maybe try a new challenge or something like that. I don't know what that looks like just yet, and I don't want to say anything because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up just yet. I've been thinking about it for a few months, especially while traveling, and given some time in Sydney to really settle and get my routine, get my feet, make some friends, all of that kind of stuff, I feel like when I am ready, I might be able to add something to my plate. And what that looks like, I don't know, but I'm just thinking about it. So this is me just like teasing you guys that when it comes to work, I think I might want to try something different next year. And I'm really excited about what that might look like. I can't wait. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, which you're all wondering about, is my dating life and what's going on there. And I'm very sorry to admit, but absolutely nothing is going on in my dating life. And that is how I would like it to be. I have had so much fun this year, exploring, discovering, experiencing all sorts of things. It has been incredible. It has literally been incredible. So eye-opening and so like lens changing, like the way I see myself, the way I want to date, the people I want to date, my sexuality, all sorts of things. It has literally been incredible, and I don't regret a single thing of it. But I now just want some time for me. I feel like when we left the marriage, I needed that initial time to heal, and then it was about like rediscovering what I wanted and all of that kind of stuff. And now that I've seen what's kind of out there and I've had a few experiences, and I know I'm so much more sure of myself, and I'm so much more sure of where I fit in the dating world and what I want from a partner, and that is quite a bit. And I know that I'm not ready for that yet. But the thing is, for me, there's no in between. I have said from the start, I'm a lover girl, I'm a relationship girl. I don't do the casual thing all that well. If I do, it's very short-lived, just because it's just not where I think I thrive when it comes to romance and romantic relationships. But I've also been doing the work to figure out what I do need in that kind of relationship, and it is a lot. It requires a really, really secure, established, stable person. And right now, I don't think I'm the person that I need to be to meet that person and their needs in that kind of a relationship, which means that I need to be reflective of myself enough to say that dating for me right now, I need to just sit out of it. I have more work that I need to do on myself before I'm ready to enter that kind of relationship. And that is the only relationship I want to have. So I feel like although I've had so much fun, and I'm not saying I'm closing myself off to it, I'm just saying that all of my energy and all of my focus is on me and Boston and our new life together. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy and effort to establish ourselves in Sydney, and I feel like that's going to take up all of my time. Dating is not easy, and it takes time and effort, and it takes a lot of your energy as well. And I just know that right now I don't have any spare for anything else, and it's not a priority. So although it's not like the juiciest of gossip, that is the truth when it comes to my dating life. But you guys know, as soon as there is someone to talk to you about, I will tell you about them. But right now there isn't anyone, and I don't suspect there's going to be anyone for a while, because it's just time for me and Bo to live our perfect little Sydney dream and just enjoy ourselves for a minute, because God, I miss that fluffy little boy so much. So yeah, I think that is all of my updates for you now. If you have any questions you want to chat to me about anything, obviously DM me, or you can put a comment down below. I love chatting to you guys about anything and everything, but I hope I was good company for whatever you decided to do, whether you're drinking a cup of tea before bed, getting yourself ready in the morning, which I know a bunch of you do, or sitting down and eating dinner with me. I hope I was good company, and I'd love to hear some life updates from you guys. Tell me what's new for you in the new year. What are you doing for Christmas? What's your current plans? Are you changing jobs? Are you moving cities? Like, what's going on in your worlds right now? Because I love talking to you about it. And if you're living in Sydney and think that we would get along and we have the same vibe, or you have a dog who wants to play with my dog, then I would love for you to slide into my DMs and we'll set up a cute little Sydney date and get to know each other. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. I love chatting to you guys always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!